Ja, herzlich willkommen zur neuen Ausgabe des E-Talk PDSI 2020 und neben mir habe ich Marcio Fonseca. Er ist der CEO und Präsident von GR Silbermining und jetzt werden Sie sich fragen, GR Silbermining, die hat doch früher anders geheißen und das ist genau auch meine erste Frage. Marcio, thank you to have time and that's my first question is, before, or the last interview we do was a gold play, and now we have GR Silver Mine. Why you changed the name?
The name is based on the recent acquisition. We have just announced the acquisition of the Plomosa Silver project from First Majestic, which brings a lot of drilling data, which will going to allow us to expand the resources. And the San Marcial has a silver resource. Okay. 40 million ounces. So now we are looking to expand that together with the Plomosa Silver project. But it's important to say that silver is the main commodity, but silver is always related with gold.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So that was the reason then that you moved from gold play to more silver, and that should also look in the name. So come to the project. Yesterday, I think you announced, or 2 days ago, you announced the closing of the acquisition of this project from First Majestic. What is the major trigger for you that you buy this project?
The major trigger is because the project is 5 kilometers from San Marcial, where we have a resource, open pit high-grade silver, very close. And this project was a mine operated by Grupo Mexico in one mine only, but today we believe we have 5 zones with on average 100 drill holes on each zone that we can very quick in the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months release new resource estimates for these areas, defining the amount of ounces of silver and also gold in these zones.
Okay, you say also First Majestic had drilled a lot of holes there. What was the average grade, or what you can say so far?
The 568 drill holes, that's the total of drill holes there. It's mixed between Grupo Mexico, historical drill holes, drilled until 2001, and very recent drill holes drilled by First Majestic in 2017 and 2018. So they are mixed of shallow and deep holes, and we can have grades that are normally 300 grams per ton, 400 grams per ton silver in some wide zones with from 1 gram per ton gold.
Well, that's good.
But we also have with something that's very attractive for us, we see as an amazing upside, is a gold-silver system or silver-gold system, whatever you want to name that, which has kilos of silver and a cup of 10 grams per ton of gold in some veins, which is really something that has been unexplored.
Okay.
Not really. We are compiling all the data, and the market is going to be receiving a constant news flow release of news about these drill results that were done in the past, and nobody ever released them.
Okay.
So it's really important to bring to the public the quality of the data and how material the data is about grades, thickness, opportunities to define resources at low cost. When I say low cost, is because we are not going to drill maybe 1 or 2 infill drill holes to validate. Okay. And very quick we can put a resource together.
Okay, so that means you're working now on the resource calculation also. So you start then also some infill drilling to qualify the older drilling, so that the data accurate.
Yeah.
And but the really surprising me that First Majestic don't release the results from the drilling?
It's public domain. You can any person can investigate the website and the CDAR files. We have never came across any news release of these drill holes. I'm talking about 133 drill holes.
Wow!
So that's why it's very accretive, the transaction. We are paying First Majestic 100,000 Canadian dollars. First Majestic is becoming the largest shareholder in this company. Okay. They are going to have 20% of the company. We are granting them a royalty 2%, which we have a buyback of 1 million. For a low-cost acquisition, we are getting a wealth of data, 100,000 meters of drilling, 8 kilometers of underground development. There's a camp infrastructure, permits are there at that project, which can combine with the other project that we have, San Marcial, and really support the growth of the company. Today, GR silver, that's the name. G stands for grand, which is in English means great, and R it stands for Rosario, that's the mining district, and silver because of the resource, that's silver. Today we believe that the combination of these two projects can create a very good foundation for this company to continue to grow in the Rosario mining district, and we today control most of the mineralized zones in the zone.
Wow, that's really a transforming transaction, or was a transforming transaction.
Oh, for sure it is. I'm very excited because and the market is reacting. Even in bad markets like these days, we are getting volumes, buyers looking at this stock.
Do you have any idea what First Majestic spent in the past on this project, so that we can validate what they're doing on hard dollars?
Based on a review of the financial statements, public documents, we have an estimate that close to a total of $18 million was invested in the properties.
So that means you have now a first-class shareholder with close to 20% in your company. So maybe when you find something, so have a really big ones, then maybe he come back and
It's an alternative, yes. It's possible. I'm not going to say that's impossible, but the next 2 years we are going to work really hard to do again what we did at SmallCap. Just to remind the audience, 2 years ago we bought SmallCap in a very low cost. We paid 11 ounces, 12 cents or 11 cents per ounce in silver, and we did the work with the knowledge and the geologists, everybody in Mexico, and we almost doubled the resource at SmallCap. And now we have 5 areas at Plomosas that you can go there and do the work and consolidate everything, multiplying the size of the resource.
But we can say this area is one big area. Is this one big system too, or what do you expect?
Yes, you can think about. I encourage everybody to look at the website, the maps. When we acquired SmallCap, we identified 6 kilometers of veins, but the resource that we have today, 40 million ounces, is only on 500 meters long zone.
Okay.
So there's still space, but the acquisition of Plomosas is bringing plus 30 kilometers of structures and veins that have been already identified.
So to summarize a little bit, this was a transforming acquisition.
Yeah.
Second is you get a huge amount of data, and you will publish this data in the next few weeks, months, and so on. And the next goal is to set up a resource calculation, so combine all these areas what you have, and the reaction on the market. What was the reaction on the market for the closing?
Considering the environment, I find that was very positive because everybody's following how the market dropped last week.
Yeah.
And even yesterday. And yesterday we went up probably 20% and traded 350,000 shares.
Well, that's good. Wow. Marcio, thank you for your update. Good luck with all the datas and all with the very interesting news release what coming up. That's really interesting and really strange to believe that First Majestic don't publish these results. So that is now a really benefit for you.
That's why I see as an opportunity for a company that today has a market cap of 20 million with a very attractive growth opportunity.
Thank you. Ja, das war jetzt ganz interessant. Ich muss vielleicht nur kurz sagen, wir haben sie gestern zufälligerweise gerade getroffen bei einer Veranstaltung und ich habe die News eben gesehen und wir haben ein bisschen drüber geredet und dann haben wir gesagt, nein, müssen wir ein Update machen. So, was haben sie gemacht? Sie haben ein neues Projekt akquiriert von First Majestic. Und das Spannende daran ist, First Majestic hat 130 oder über 130 Bohrlöcher dort gebohrt, aber die nie publiziert. Man kann sie zwar auf die SEDA-Files finden, die Daten, aber sie haben nie eine eigene Pressemeldung dazu gemacht. Und die haben, glaube ich, 18 Millionen dort investiert an Daten, also an Bohrungen. Und sie werden jetzt das quasi alles aufarbeiten und auch publizieren. Und ihr Ziel ist jetzt, das Projekt liegt gleich neben ihrem eigenen Projekt, wo sie jetzt 40 Millionen Unzen bestätigt haben. Und sie wollen das sozusagen eine große Ressourcenschätzung bringen wo quasi alles zusammen ist. So, und jetzt denkt man ein bisschen weiter. First Majestic ist jetzt der größte Aktionär von einer mit um 20%. Wenn die dementsprechend dort das weiter vorantreiben, weiter vorwärts bringen, dort dann irrsinnig ein schönes Projekt hinstellen, was ist dann logischer, als wie das halt, weiß nicht, First Majestic dann zurückkommt und dann sagt, so, und jetzt habt ihr das Ganze entwickelt, weiterentwickelt, aber wir bringen es in Produktion. Wäre eigentlich ein logischer Schritt. Ganz spannend. Die Aktie hat auch relativ gut reagiert auf die News. Sie hat ungefähr 20% plus gemacht gestern beim Closing. Der Markt oder die Märkte waren ja momentan nicht wirklich lustig. Also da geht ja richtig was weiter. Und das macht es echt spannend. Also das ist echt eine interessante Sache. Das war's von der PDSC. GR Silver Mining. Neuer Name. Alter Name war ja GoPlay. Und damit wollten wir auch den Fokus mehr wieder auf Silber legen. Und ja, das war's von der PDSC Toronto 2020. Thank you.
Thank you.